Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Ragnas10. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Since I'm completely new to the Melty Blood series, I decided I'd talk about my first impressions of each of the characters and put them on this interest to play tier list. Starting off with who I assume is the protagonist since she's the first person on the character select screen. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'll just call her Ark if that's alright. One thing that caught my attention was how her record move works. I found it by pure accident trying to see how quickly I could act after stopping mid-combo. If you delay your button presses, you get an extra hit in. I thought that was pretty neat. It shows that even in a fast-paced game like this, there's a rhythm to what you do when mashing will make your damage output suffer. I'll put her in moderate interest. She's cool, but nothing in particular stood out to me. CL. Player 2 cursor defaults to her, so she gets the unfortunate honor of being the training mode punching bag. I've watched Fate Zero before, so I was a bit surprised to see her using the same weapon as Kirei. I'm pretty sure both these stories were written by the same person, but it's a little weird to see such a specific item in a different universe. Well, I'm new to the series, so for all I know they could take place in the same canon. As far as gameplay goes, she seems to be good at controlling the distance from the opponent. She can use her keys to hit from far away. This is the first time I've ever seen a projectile with a follow-up attack. Her Halo move can be used to retreat or close the distance, and one of her follow-ups is an air throw, adding risk for the opponent if they try to jump after you. I'm putting her in moderate interest since it seems like her game plan would mostly involve keeping your distance. If I'm wrong, I'll bump her up a tier mostly because I like claw weapons. Akia. Her projectile alone makes me want to play her. It looks super cool. She seems like the type of character who relies on Oki mix-ups. I'm not sure how useful her command grab is. I'm sure it's there for a reason, but it's not immediately obvious to me what that is. Also, love the red aura in her attacks. Strong interest. Hisui and Kohaku. I think it's my first time ever seeing a tag team character like this. I'll give my thoughts on the individual maids later. I don't know if there's any particular advantage to playing a single maid instead of the duo. It seems like you can just use the duo and the one you want to play gets access to a little more utility. It's kind of funny how the serious one beats the crap out of you with miscellaneous household items while the weird goofy one is a well-trained sword fighter. As a duo, moderate interest. Shiki. He seems like a rushdown type of character. His specials look like they're meant to get closer to your opponent while attacking. If you backdash twice in a row, you do a backflip and get more distance. The arc drive and last arc both look incredible, and the arc drive actually gives you access to more moves. Sadly, he just doesn't feel right for me at all, so he's the first to go in the not interested tier. Kashima. Big burly dude with an intense look on his face. I noticed more grab moves from him than the other characters. Almost all of his specials have a follow-up, though I'm not sure what some of the variations actually do. This moon skill looks pretty good for catching people off guard. One thing that really annoys me is his air combo. It always throws people on the second hit, which means you have to take a different combo route. I'll put him in might try. I really want to like Noelle. Spears are one of my favorite type of weapons, and her arc drive and last arc both have a lot of impact. However, I really don't like characters with resources that don't replenish. Even if I wouldn't normally use all of them in a fight, it just bugs me. If it weren't for that, she'd go in the strong interest tier. Her attacks look powerful and they have good range. If I can get over that little hang up, there's a good chance I'll end up playing her, but for now she goes in moderate interest. The most projectile heavy character I've seen on this roster, Love. Almost all of his specials hit his opponent's full screen. When his health gets low, his ice attacks change to fire. Only difference I know of is in the fireball attack. Dango is a little different and it's slightly weaker. For any other attack, I have no idea how much better or worse it is. I like his style and dual element thing, but not so much for his gameplay, so I'll put him in might try. Roa. Easily the coolest character for me. Lightning effects look incredible and his moves are all fun to use. I want to learn the lore about this guy. I'm guessing he's a major antagonist judging by his final arc. I don't think any average bad guy would conjure an Orochi like that. He goes in strong interest. The miniature martial artist Miyako. She looks very similar to Rin Tosaka. Definitely a mix-up character. Not my usual playstyle, but some of these moves look pretty sick. I might give her a try in the future. Now we've made it back to the mains. I like how creative they got with Hisui's attacks. She uses a dust cloud as a slow-moving projectile, sets a picnic as a trap, and breaks a chair over your face. And of all the characters to have a headbutt attack, it's not the big muscly brawler dude, but a humble maid. So do I want to use her? Surprisingly, not really. She's more of a character I'd play if I just wanted to screw around during a match. Otherwise, I wouldn't use her, so I guess she goes at the bottom. On the other hand, I really like Kohaku. She's such a lovable, mischievous dork. Even when she's attacking, she looks super happy. And I think the thing I like the most about her is her weapon. Hidden weapons are cool. Normally I see this concept done with an umbrella, but this is the first time I've seen it done with a broom. The contrast of her hyper-personality and precise swordsmanship puts her at a strong interest for me. Red Arc. This is the character I ended up playing. There's only real reason for that. Yes, her projectiles reminded me of geese. That was the deciding factor, but there were other things I really liked about her. I can instantly move across the stage or fake out my opponent. I can use a projectile in the air to cover my landing, or use the other version as part of a combo. Now, I have no idea what her relation to Arc is, but I remember a character saying something about the power of the ancestors, or something like that in one of the intros. So I'm guessing she's Arc's ancestor, and also an antagonist based on her mannerisms and dialogue. Since she's my main, she goes at the top. Saber, the only character I actually know because I watched Fate Zero. She's got a lot of high and low specials. She's also the only one in the game with a counter super. She's pretty solid overall and Elfin Dance is fun to use, so I'll put her at moderate interest. And that's everyone. Remember, this is all from the perspective of a complete newcomer. I'm really enjoying the game so far, especially the music. If there's some interesting trivia about the series you want to share, go ahead and tell me in the comments. Anyway, that's all for now. See you next video.